Well, if you saw yesterday's Rose Parade, you might have noticed this float right here. It was named the most extraordinary, and it's the One Legacy Donate Life float. For 22 years, it has celebrated organ donors and organ recipients, and this year, a Bettendorf woman was one of the people walking beside the float. Angel Dominguez received a heart transplant 32 years ago, and on the float itself, one of the so-called fluorographs depicted and honored the late Josh Brennan of Davenport. Josh passed away in 2022, and his organs and tissue have gone on to save numerous lives. So earlier, we got to chat with Josh's sisters, as well as Angel herself. New tonight, here on The Current.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We know that you have a very busy few days out in California right now. So, Angel, we're going to get to you in a second, but Katie and Kelly, I wanted to start with both of you. Why don't you tell people the connection that you have to this float? Kelly, if you want to take it away.
Okay, our connection to this float is our little brother is, well, my little brother, her big brother, is a fluorograph on the float. He was an organ donor in 2022. And so the Iowa Donor Network nominated our family to come out here and honor Josh for his donation. So he will be on his fluorograph will be on the float.
Tell me a little bit about Josh. What was he like? What did he like to do?
So Josh was an amazing person. He, as my big brother, was always very supportive and encouraging in anything I wanted to do. He helped me get into community service and understanding that politics affects all of us, and volunteering for political campaigns. He was someone who worked with individuals with disabilities throughout his entire career, giving back to that community. And he also was really involved with other marginalized communities, involved with the Quad Cities harm reduction group, and just really lived his life serving others.
And also an amazing husband, father, and uncle to our boys.
So what is it like for you two to be out there and, be around so many other families of organ donors and people like Angel and be able to talk to her and go on this journey with her?
It feels odd to bring up someone who's passed away, and out here we can all just say our person's name, share our stories, and just really embrace one another. It's been really special.
Yeah, I think it's been part of a tremendous part of the healing process that I didn't know was going to happen as we've gone through this time and spend time with people and hearing their stories and sharing our stories. I think I just feel, I don't know, a little more sense of peace with everything going on, because I just know that Josh made a great decision, and I want people to know how important that decision is.
And now on the other side of that decision, Angel, can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, so my name is Angel, and I received a heart transplant 32 years ago. And so coming here and sharing this experience with the Brennans has been full circle. I had my transplant as a child, and because of that, I have been able to live my entire life.
32 years, but this is your first time being out for the Rose Bowl parade, is that right?
That's right. It's my first time experiencing the Rose Parade with Iowa Donor Network. I really hope that being here with the Brennans inspires others to consider being an organ, eye, and tissue donor, because donating organs has a profound effect not only on the recipient, but on the donor families, their friends, communities. It really brings everybody together.
I think with tissue and eye donation, sometimes it gets overlooked, but it is really a beautiful and important part of donation. So even if you're unable to donate organs, there's still opportunities for eye and tissue donation. And we've heard stories this week about individuals who have had skin grafts or pieces of their body rebuilt, and they wouldn't have been able to live a full and happy life without that happening. One man we talked to is a paramedic, and without the tissue donation, he would not have been able to continue as a paramedic. And think about all of the lives that he has saved and helped heal in his own job. So really that ripple effect of one donation can just do so much for the community.
In fact, we got a letter from a person who received stuff from Josh, and it was to repair her ACL so that she could go back to be a firefighter. So That was such a, right, ACL?
Yep.
Yeah, that was such a nice letter to receive, and she said it literally saved her life, because she was able to do her job.
And that's been one of the most inspirational things about this entire experience is hearing the stories of how organ, eye, and tissue donation has impacted other people.
Absolutely. The amount of people that it affects, whether it's receiving or being a donor family, it just is incredible. It's a club on the donor side that nobody wants to be in, obviously. You don't want to lose your loved one, but it's also such a beautiful thing because you know how much of an impact they're continuing to have in this world.
And you were just saying how many people are waiting in Iowa.
Over 600 people are waiting for transplants in Iowa. So there's a very active need for people to say yes to donation.
Now, all three ladies say the best thing you can do to help is sign up to become an organ donor. You can do this at the DMV, of course, or we have a link on how to do so on WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.